I remember I discovered, or actually I rediscovered a poem by Ernest Dowson, an English poet who it's called Dregs, and I've got a book and I jot down, you know, over the years things that like I think that's interesting. Like, you know, it's not, some of it's just like, you know, couplets, some of it's like rhymes, some of it's words that I look this word up. You know, it's just a general sort of. It's not a journal. It's a lot of it's gobbledygook. You know, it's like it travels with me, and there's more than one book actually, to be honest. And you know, I'm outside in the dark actually, like and you know, scribbling in it. Most of it's illegible, to be honest, and a lot of it's just junk. But occasionally I'll turn a page and there'll be something and I think, oh, that's great. And I'd actually transcribed this poem, I don't know when, and I was struggling to find the right imagery for the opening song, for Alone. And I had some of the stuff in it and I kind of knew what I wanted, and this poem, the opening line, I thought, that's it. You know, so I didn't nick it. I was inspired by it. I mean, it just the idea of because it was in the back of my mind. I was thinking, I've read this somewhere that every song we sing, like we're alone. However much we, you know, ultimately we're alone. And but however I was writing it, it wasn't poetic. And suddenly I discovered this. I thought, that's it. That's what's been bugging me. So that was a moment when I suddenly, because I knew what the song was supposed to be about.
All right, so are you ready to dive into this?
Oh, absolutely. Diving right in. 16 years. Can you believe this?
16 years. It's like,
yeah,
the Cure fans have been waiting an eternity for this new album.
It's crazy, right? Songs of a Lost World. And let me tell you, this deep dive, we've got articles, reviews.
Oh, we've got the goods.
Deep cuts, the whole shebang.
This is going to be good. And the fact that the first single, Alone, dropped and the internet basically exploded.
I mean, talk about a reaction.
People were ready for this.
They were more than ready.
Critics are calling it like majestically wreathed in misery. I mean,
which for The Cure is a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. High praise.
That's their wheelhouse, right?
But it's more than just like straight up gloom and doom, right?
Oh, for sure.
There's always been this beauty to their melancholy.
They have that signature sound, that blend of darkness and light.
Exactly. It's what keeps us coming back for more. And Alone, it's a journey, right? I mean, it clocks in at almost 7 minutes.
It's not your typical radio hit, that's for sure.
That long, drawn-out intro, the way they build that atmosphere.
Oh, man. It's like you can practically feel the darkness closing in.
Right. Totally. And the lyrics, Robert Smith's really tapping into something deep there, you know, inspired by his personal losses. And that Ernest Dowson poem, Dregs.
Haunting stuff.
Really sets the tone.
Speaking of tone, that bass line, though. No hi-hats, just that heavy, driving rhythm, pure Cure.
Classic. It reminds me of some of their earlier stuff, like A Letter to Elise, or even Faith.
Right, those tracks that just get under your skin.
Exactly. They create this whole world, this sonic landscape that's just as important as the lyrics themselves.
And when Smith's voice finally does come in, I mean, talk about chills, this is the end of every song that we sing. The fire burned out to ash and the stars grown dim with tears. Like, come on, that's some powerful stuff.
Ugh. It's enough to make you want to curl up in a blanket with a cup of tea and just soak in the sadness.
Chuckles.
Right.
But in a good way.
Exactly. It's cathartic. And you know what else gets me? The fact that after all these years, Smith's still drawing inspiration from poetry. It's like he's this scholar of melancholy.
Totally. And not just melancholy, but this deep, abiding love for language.
It adds a whole other layer to the music.
Oh, absolutely. It's that attention to detail, the way he crafts his lyrics like little works of art.
And musically, it sounds like they really push themselves on this album.
Yeah.
I mean, those articles we read about them experimenting with different tunings and instrumentation.
They weren't messing around.
No, they weren't. And from what I'm hearing, it paid off. But okay, Alone isn't the only thing we've got to go on. There's also that snippet of A Fragile Thing floating around.
Oh, have you heard that?
Oh, yeah. And it's interesting because it feels like a different side of the album.
How so?
Well, if Alone is this vast, all-encompassing wave of darkness, A Fragile Thing feels more intimate, more focused. Like that line, there's nothing you can do to change it back, she said. Nothing you can do but sing. This love is a fragile thing. It just hits different.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. It's more vulnerable, more introspective, maybe.
Exactly.
And musically, it's interesting. You can definitely hear the Cure DNA, those melancholic melodies, the layered guitars, but with a lightness, a delicacy. It's almost like they're showing us they can break our hearts with a whisper just as easily as with a roar.
That dynamic range, you know. They can do it all. But okay, one thing that just blows my mind is how long this album has been in the works. Years. We're talking.
Talk about dedication. Most bands would have caved to the pressure, released something, anything, just to appease the fans.
Right. But not The Cure.
They're on their own timeline.
It's like they're saying, we'll release it when it's damn well ready and not a minute sooner.
Exactly. And you know what? That's what makes them so special.
They refuse to be pigeonholed.
They've been called post-punk, goth rock, even pop at times, but none of those labels quite stick, do they?
It's like they exist in their own self-made genre.
A Cure genre, and that's what I think makes them so fascinating, so influential.
It really is incredible how they've managed to stay relevant for so long.
You only need to look at the artists they've influenced.
I mean, the list goes on and on, right?
From Nine Inch Nails to Marilyn Manson to, get this, Billie Eilish.
Wow, talk about range.
It shows you how their music transcends generations.
Totally. It's that universal language, you know.
The longing, the loss, that bittersweet ache we all feel.
Speaking of ache, we got to talk about the elephant in the room here.
Oh, here you go.
Robert Smith himself said, this album is relentless, merciless.
Doom and gloom, right?
Doom and gloom. Those were his words.
He doesn't mince words, does he?
But here's the thing. Even when The Cure goes dark, it's still beautiful, you know?
It's like that perfect storm, you know what I mean?
Yes.
A little bit terrifying, a little bit exhilarating.
Exactly. It's like for Cure fans, we're like, bring on the darkness, Robert. Let's go there.
We can handle it.
It's cathartic.
Speaking of which, we haven't even touched on the concert film.
Oh, yeah, the Hyde Park show.
Filmed over 2 nights, 40 years of The Cure.
I mean, can you imagine the set list?
Hits, deep cuts, everything.
And apparently, Robert Smith was very specific about how he wanted it filmed.
Oh, yeah, he wanted it raw, you know?
Like a fly on the wall.
Exactly. Capture the energy, the intimacy of a Cure show.
Because there's something special about seeing them live, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's an experience.
The lights, the sound, the energy of the crowd, it all just comes together.
It's like this collective exhale of emotion.
And the fact that they're releasing the film alongside the album, it's like this double dose of The Cure.
It's like they're inviting us into their world, wouldn't you say?
Totally. Giving us a glimpse behind the curtain.
And speaking of their world, one thing that really stood out to me was all the talk about the band's dynamic.
Oh, yeah. This lineup has been together for a while now, right?
Over a decade. Which, in music industry years, that's like a lifetime.
Especially for a band with The Cure's history, right?
They've had their ups and downs, that's for sure.
Robert Smith may be the face of the band, but he can't do it alone, right?
Exactly. There's a whole team of talented musicians behind him.
And it seems like this lineup, they just click.
They found their groove.
They've weathered the storms together.
I even read somewhere that Robert Smith feels comfortable enough to chat with the band on stage now.
Oh, really?
That's interesting.
Which apparently wasn't always the case.
Oh.
Especially with Simon Gallup, the bassist.
What, they have beef? They're like best friends, but also they've had some legendary arguments.
Oh, really?
On stage, off stage, the whole 9 yards.
I guess that creative tension can lead to some great music, though, right?
Exactly. Sometimes you need a little friction to make sparks fly.
But hey, it's awesome that they've found a balance.
It's a testament to them as musicians and as people, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And let's be real. Robert Smith, he's a bit of an enigma, right?
He's notoriously private.
But you can tell he's still passionate about the music.
Absolutely. I read this interview where he talked about losing himself in the studio for hours on end, just experimenting with different sounds.
It's like he's still that kid discovering music for the first time.
He's never lost that spark, you know?
That's what makes a true artist.
And you know what? He even admitted to still getting nervous before going on stage.
Really? After all this time?
Yep. Said he still gets those butterflies.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shows that he still cares.
100%. He's not phoning it in, that's for sure.
And you know, that's what I love about The Cure, that authenticity.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
In a world of manufactured pop stars and social media hype.
They're the real deal.
Speaking of real, we got to talk about Robert Smith himself for a second.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He's been a musical icon for over 4 decades. And seriously, he hasn't aged a day.
I know, right? It's still rocking that same look. Still sounds incredible.
It's like he's discovered the fountain of youth. But instead of water, it's melancholic melodies.
Right. And you know what else is interesting?
What's that?
He's never seemed seduced by the fame, by the whole celebrity circus.
Absolutely. He's notoriously private, hates social media.
Lets the music speak for itself.
It's like he's saying, here's my art, take it or leave it.
And that's kind of cool, you know? Not playing the game.
It's refreshing.
In a world full of noise, he's content to just be.
So, okay, before we wrap things up, you've got to give me that mind-blowing thought. The thing that's going to make me see The Cure in this new album in a whole new light.
Okay, ready for this. What if, and hear me out, what if this album, Songs of a Lost World, with all its darkness, its melancholy, what if it's actually The Cure's most hopeful work yet?
Whoa, okay, I did not see that coming.
Okay,
Explain.
think about it. Robert Smith, he's always been wrestling with these big existential questions, loss, the passage of time.
Meaning of it all.
Exactly. And this album, it feels like a confrontation with those anxieties.
Like he's staring into the abyss.
But not shying away from it, right?
Oh, like he's embracing it.
And that's where the hope lies, I think. It's not about pretending the darkness doesn't exist, but about acknowledging it, finding beauty in it.
It's like those lines from Alone.
Yeah.
About the fire burning out, the stars dimming.
Right.
At first, they're heartbreaking.
Sure.
But now they feel different. Like he's finding peace in that acceptance.
Exactly. That's the cure for you, finding solace in sorrow.
It's a powerful message, especially these days, when the world feels heavy.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they're giving us a roadmap, a way to navigate these difficult emotions.
It's not about toxic positivity.
No. It's about acknowledging the darkness, but not letting it consume you.
And you know what? This isn't a new idea.
It's timeless, really.
Think about artists like Beethoven, Frida Kahlo, even David Bowie.
They all channeled their pain, their struggles into art.
And in doing so, they created something beautiful, something hopeful.
Something that transcended their own experiences.
Exactly. And that's what The Cure does so well. They remind us that it's okay to not be okay.
That we're not alone in our sadness, our anxiety.
Wow. You've given me so much to think about. This deep dive, it's not just about The Cure anymore. It's about life,
It's all connected.
It really is. Well, on that note, I think we've done our deep dive for today.
I'd say so. And for anyone listening, we hope you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of The Cure.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive, exploring a whole new topic.
Until then, keep exploring, keep listening, and keep those deep thoughts flowing.
And remember, there's always beauty to be found, even in the darkest corners.